Hello, and welcome back to Final Fantasy X. And I actually did what I said I'd do finally off camera. I did some level grinding. That last Seymour fight was kind of killing me. And as fast as I gained these levels, I kind of needed to do it. You can kind of tell I don't understand the mechanic fully of how AP works. Because it seems like endgame you get the same amount. But I don't know, I always felt like when you're in certain areas, if you start gaining AP very quickly, like one level after every fight, probably means you should stop and grind a little bit. By the end, I was getting one sphere move every like 4 or 5 fights, which I think is a good place to stop. And like I have 20 moves with everybody, at least. And you can tell Yuna was a little further behind. I used every character in every fight to kind of make it even. Surprisingly, Kimahri has the least, which is weird, but then I remembered I with Kimahri I spent a lot of time going back and forth in some places, so that kind of eats up your initial moves. That's okay. I made them useful in different ways. And I mean, with 20 moves, who knows, maybe I'll get some more magic. As you can see, we're at Zanarkand. This is the end. In one way. The cool thing was I got to listen to this music the entire time I was leveling up too. And it's seamless. It doesn't like cut and start over. It's just one long nice track the entire way through. So I figured I'd start this with leveling up, but also saying that I hope to get to the airship by the time I'm done with this stream. I don't know how that's going to work out timing wise. If I wipe on a boss fight 10 times, who knows? But I will get to the airship before I'm done tonight. If I get done early, I might do a couple of the side stuff. I'm not doing endgame stuff on this stream, but I'll go do a few things that I want to do. You know, I might not even have enough spheres to do this. Man, I can't wait to see the progress here. First I get my nice spells here, and I was always surprised that Waterga was the first one you get. It's usually fire. I'm surprised that Waterga is the first one here. Waterga. And after these level ups, maybe I won't wipe on the upcoming bosses a bunch of times like I used to. Maybe it'll be a nice mix. I won't be super overpowered after the calm lands. But I also won't be super underleveled like my first time through. And if you look here, there's 2 ways to go. This is to the end where I have to use a level 3 to get into Wakka's. This way gets me to double cast, which is good. But I actually think I have enough to get through there. I only need a 3 and a 4. And then I could do another 4, but that just goes back to where I was. That's a waste. So I think I'm going to go down. As I've said, Lulu isn't the greatest late game, but if I can get double cast this, well, I'd say this early, but I'm actually pretty far in the game. Not going around catching 10 of every monster kind of makes you go a little faster. And thanks to that fight I had with the Ronso brothers, I now have a few level 3 spheres to burn. Is it worth using this one? Maybe, maybe not. Oh, this is going to hurt. But double cast is pretty good. And I could also use a bunch of level 2s to get these. Is this worth it, though? It's a bunch of 4s. Yeah, that's probably worth it. How many 2s do I have? 9? Yeah, I think I'll do that. And I should have not started with Lulu. I end up doing this. I end up burning all my stuff in order. I should probably go to next after Lulu. Lulu's fine. After this, I think I'll move on to the characters I should be focusing on a little more, which is the water team. Because there's an upcoming fight, and one of the side things I am doing in this playthrough, I need my water team to be good. Because Tidus is going to get some revenge on a mob from early in the game. It can be a little tough, and you can only use the team that's underwater. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to use a bunch of her leftover movement to go all the way back. But hey, I got double cast and a bunch of +4s, so I think that was worth it. We'll start with Titus. But going back to the side stuff, again, I'm not doing the ultimate weapons, I'm not doing the catching stuff, it just makes you too overpowered for the story stuff. Two things I will be doing. I will be getting Anima, and I will be getting the Magus Sisters. So if I finish this stream early, and get to the airship, and am prepared to do my Blitzball recruitment stream on Tuesday, then I will do that. You know, if I have enough time for one, I'll do one. If both, I'll do both. It all depends on how long Zanarkand's going to take me. And again, after these level ups, I think I might be okay. I am a little low on items, but I don't think it's that bad. You'll notice that the music's also playing in here. It's just one track this entire time. And this is, I mean, this is one of my favorite tracks in the game. Again, the music in this game can be pretty serious. A lot of it is. And then, of course, you go to 10-2, and like I mentioned before, it's all, you know, happy. And now, I am not wasting a level 3 sphere on strength +4. It'd be nice, but I'm not doing it. The next time I can get +3s, or 3s, is bribing a bunch of money in Inside Sin, or the Omega Ruins. And I don't have a lot of money, so I need to save those +3s just in case I get to someone's end of the sphere grid and there's something good hiding. Again, double cast probably was a mistake to give her, because Lulu's not usually in my main team, but that's okay. Honestly, I think double cast for Yuna would be even more useful. Being able to double cast curing stuff like Itsuna and Cure in the same turn would be really nice. I might even use some of those, again, going against my soul in these kind of games where I save stuff till the end and never use it. I might use some of those spheres, the return spheres, the friend spheres, the black and white magic spheres. I might use them. I might even use an elixir or two. Now see, there's a 3. Now, oh, that's tempting. Riku needs strength more than anything right now. And, well, she needs magic, she needs everything. But that's really good. Ouch. You know what? I'll stay here. And if, well, see, the thing is, if I'm almost to the end of her sphere grid, I'm going to have to use a 3 to jump out to this part, which is right where Kamari is. I could get magic right now. Well, in a bit. And I could use some magic for my underwater team. I mean, I'm going to do it. I'm going to skip that, and I'm going to save my 3 to get Riku some magic. I think that's the better way to use it. And again, the level 3 spheres are the bottleneck of this game. It makes it so you can't over-level too much. I'm surprised I actually made it all the way here. Waka's next. Then once Team Water's done, I'll move on to everyone else. Actually, I'll move on to Yuna. I need to make her stronger for the summon fights. If I understand that correctly, being able to break the damage limit on the Aeons is based on certain characters having their ultimate weapons unlocked. But as far as their stats go, they're usually always tied to Yuna. Now, what's down here? If I use 2 level 2s, I can break into Arens, which is really nice for Waka because that gets him a ton of HP and damage. Requires 2 2s, but I have a ways to go to finish his. Yeah, it's going to be a little while before I do that. But that's a good way to continue to get over-leveled without having to use a bunch of level 3s. You backtrack to places that have level 2s, and you can break through to someone else's. It might not be super efficient, where it pops you out, but it's still better than just sitting in the same sphere spot constantly, not getting any points. And I know some people have told me they don't use Waka that much. I use him all the time, like not only just because of the TKO. I just think he's overall one of the best characters. He has one of the best limits in the game, if not the best, damage-wise, in attack reels. he can hit pretty much anything because of his accuracy. He hits pretty hard. Especially since you can backtrack into R and Sphere Grid and get a bunch of strength. But overall, Waka was always one of my main team members. Also, in any RPG where there's certain battles and certain things you have to use certain people, I'm going to make them strongest. You can use Waka, Riku, and Tidus in pretty much any fight in this game. But you can only use those 3 in the water fights. So it makes the most sense to make them strong. Now see here, I could use a level 2 to get Use and Steel. But I don't have to, because Kamari already has it. So instead of doing that, I can continue and get stuff that's better for her. Like all the magic and the NP spheres and all that stuff. I know getting attack for Yuna is really good for her summons. But that's Riku's Sphere Grid. She doesn't have a lot of strength either. Also, for the upcoming fights, I mean, having Yuna stronger can only be, I mean, that's kind of a stupid statement because having anyone stronger is helpful. But having the only person in my party that can cure stronger is a good thing. Kuraga, that's perfect. That alone is going to make a big difference. And I'm going to reach something else. Now, I know Holy is down here, but I've always considered Holy a waste of MP. It costs so much, unless you have 1 MP cost. I just always felt like it wasn't really worth the oomph that it has. Regid's not bad. Although there's one fight coming up, that would be bad to have on. Oh, now here we go. This is Quick Pockets. I actually don't remember what that does. I don't think there's a way to tell the game, hey, tell me what this does. No. Now, the only thing I know about it is it has to be good, right? And look how many level 4 spheres it's behind. I can't even get to it if I wanted to. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Now I'm left with Kimari and Arend. Well, if I have to pick who takes priority, of course it's Arend. But I'm good. I have plenty of spheres. Now, this might look stupid, using a level 1 sphere for a bunch of blank spots, but when you're filling the sphere grid, that's a bunch of free blank ones. You can put whatever you want in them. So, boy, it's a bit of a relief that I'm not doing that. The thing where you max out the entire sphere grid with everybody, I've done several times. Yeah, I kind of have to be in the mood for that. Oh, wait, what's that? Zombie, ooh. That can be pretty good, but I don't think it's worth a level 4. How many level 4s do I have? Yeah, it's only 2. Oop. You would think the level 4s would be harder to get, but at one point in the game, with the, I think it's either in the monster arena or somewhere else, it's actually not that hard to get them. But the 3s are. Now, what's this unlock? Entrust. Entrust is a very interesting ability. You can basically give someone your own overdrive. So if you want to use Riku's overpowered mix, if you have enough items for it, you can do it twice. Or use Waka's attack reel. Not bad, but again, I can't use a level 3 for it right now. This is where you clean up the sphere grid. You go back. That involves the Tonberry trick, and the monster arena gets you 99 sphere moves in like one fight. Even though it's much faster than getting them by just fighting stuff, it still can take a while when you're going all the way around the board. And oh nope, didn't mean to do that. Arn has reached the end. I would have to use a 3 to get him into Titus's sphere grid. Which wouldn't be bad. That would give him Titus stuff, you know, overall well-rounded stuff, but also some accuracy, some speed, some evasion. So something Auron could use. But again, I don't have a lot of level 3s to work with. Once they're gone, they're gone. Now, is there anywhere back here I could have went into someone else's sphere grid with something other than a level 3? Oh, here's level 2. That would get me into Waka's. I'd honestly prefer that, but look how far back it is. This is where, if I want to make Auron better, I would use, I have 5 return spheres. That's not bad. It's just so against my nature to do this. But I'm thinking about doing it. Because he's stuck where he is. He can't do anything else. I would go... Actually. Do I have any, black magic, white magic, skill... I don't have any friend spheres. Friend spheres are really useful, because I could just bypass those locks. That's fine. I gotta use them for something. Nope. Wait. Nope, that's not where I want to go. Here it is. Whee! Alright. Now I get to go into Waka's, which again, Waka's a pretty balanced character. He has a lot of HP. Decent amount of attack, accuracy. So that might be the option for all the characters. I'm going to break through with a level 3 sphere for Riku to get some magic, but everyone else I might backtrack. Wow, that takes a lot. Full, that's why. That's good. I don't have enough to do it, though. Fortunately, I'm out of moves. And I did take two level 2s, but that's okay. Auron is set for a while. The issue is because you break into someone's sphere grid at a weird spot, you kind of have to decide which way to go. So I'm going to, when I get up here, I'm going to go to the end of Waka's here, and then go all the way back the way Waka's been going. And Kimahri, really hoping I can get to some better magic. And I'm tempted to use one of those 5 black magic spheres that I have to give Yuna some high-level magic to make her more useful. I skipped one, didn't I? I'm just making things worse for poor Kimahri. Of course, I'm going to screw that up with him. Aw, I'm not going to reach it. Unfortunately, he's not going to have level 3 magic. Might use one on him. Try to decide which one would be the most useful to have. Maybe the one that, like, there's not a lot of enemies that absorb it that are coming up. I'm thinking fire. We've entered the city of the dead. Undead tend to be weak against fire. So I might use a black magic sphere. I know I'm being impatient, but it would make Kimahri much better. And the fact that Kimahri has Lancet to get free MP, it just makes him a pretty good magic user. But do I want to do it? Oh, Bio is also very useful for him. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3. I need 4 more moves. I doubt I'm going to get this screen, but I'll try later. But for now, can I cycle through them easier? Yeah, I can. Oh, this is a toughie. I'm going to do it. It feels so weird to use those items. Riku can also use some magic. But I'm almost to these. It would take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, fine. I'm not almost there. Maybe I should give her one too. I'll save it. Whatever the boss fight to get into Baj Temple is weak to, maybe I'll teach her that one. Man, I've been streaming for 20 minutes and I just got done with that, but that's okay. My team is so much stronger now. You know, level grinding would have been a lot easier if I had just given myself the levels as I went to make it go faster, but I wanted to level up on stream, so. Immediately ambushed. Ow. Okay. Gotta get my bearings here. Oh, look at Orin's HP. You know, because I already leveled up off screen, I'm tempted to just run from battles. It depends. Now, I know for a fact, Bio works on this. Man, Bio is so nice in this game. Poison damage is ridiculous in this game. Kamari, let's see what you got. Kamari's useful, everyone. Not bad. And then he's almost dead. Honestly, with the Bio, I could be super protective and just let the poison kill him. Again, any boss in this game that can be poisoned, it's kind of ridiculous how good that is. Oh, and I put Kamari's magic sphere back on. So he does 20% more magic damage. Well, his magic stats 20% better. I don't know if that equates to 20% more damage or not. So Kamari only needs, what did I say, 4 or 5 moves? I might fight a bit on the way. Man, the journey is... Wow, ambushed again. Eh. Anyway. Yeah, the journey's been leading here. And Yuna still wants to get that final summon. So this place is just messed up for everybody, isn't it? They all see this place as the, like, death place of Yuna, and Titus, I mean, it wasn't that long ago he was here.
Like the far plane.
Close enough.
Needs more Waka. Yeah, I can agree with that. Maybe not early game Waka. I like late game Waka. He's not racist against the Albed anymore. Oh, and that TKO is still useful, even at this point in the game. It's still my favorite weapon in the game because it's so broken. Oh, Auron does twice as much damage as he did when I was leveling up. Go for it, Lulu. Nope. How about Waka? Nope. Although it's still a gamble. It doesn't work all the time.
Enough.
God, I'm killing stuff so much faster now.
That's how it's done.
Yeah, once he mellowed out and kind of dropped the whole Yevon thing. And I do like his relationship with Titus. Did I just get ambushed again? Damn. Eh. I don't know, those scenes where he just kind of beats him up. Definitely a big brother thing to do. Spiritual Targ, eh? Hey, look at that. Preemptive strike for once. I'll fight him. Not much I can do until it's Auron's turn, so... Boop. These guys, all you gotta do is power break them and then just beat them up. Waka. Waka, I think, also is the character I always get the most kills with. When you do the Don Tonberry trick to get more sphere moves, it goes much faster if you have everyone kill a lot. You know, if you max out your kills to what you need, you get hit more, which means you get more overdrive, which means you get more AP. And by the way, that's the first time I've done max damage with someone.
Let's go.
It was a crit, but I'll count it. But Wonka's always the first one that gets there. I'll fight him. Actually, one of my streamer friends, I found her because I was searching people that were playing this, and she doesn't like Waka, so her Waka was very weak. That's the interesting thing about watching people play games that you play all the time. Oh, really? Oh well, Riku doesn't have magic anyway. But it's nice to see people's different opinions, like what characters they use or characters they like.
Farewell.
Well, there it is again. The fact that she never used Waka, I was just like, oh, like that's interesting to me. She used Lulu a lot more than I do, which means her team was more magic-based damage than, than physical. Mine's usually physical. Just like I have that personality where I don't use items, like elixirs. By the end of the game, I'll have like 50 of them, never used them. I also don't like using something that's not permanent, like MP.
Journeyer of the long road, name yourself.
I am the summoner Yuna. I have come from the island of Besaid.
Your eyes, my dear, show me the long road you have traveled. Very good. You have journeyed well. Lady Yunalesca will surely welcome your arrival. Go to her now, and bring your guardians with you. Go.
Yes.
And he's dead. Everyone's dead. Literally everyone in this world that's important is dead. And look, it's the Blitzball Stadium. I think. Hard to tell.
If it might benefit the future of Spira, I will gladly give my life. It is the highest honor for which a guardian might ask. Use my life, Lady Yoken, and rid Spira of sin.
What was that?
Our predecessors.
She said Lady Yoken, didn't she? Wait, she guarded High Summoner
All right,
Yoken?
camera, her eyes are up there.
This dome is filled with fireflies. It's like one gigantic sphere. People's thoughts remain here forever.
And Auron has been here before, so he's already seen it. Man, I like being ambushed, don't I? Oh. And unfortunately, this is one mocking a thing that Riku can't destroy in one hit. I don't remember what this thing is weak against. Water? It doesn't look like it. This thing is probably not worth fighting. But I'll fight a little bit. Ow, he's immune. Oh, Auron. Auron is the only one in my party that could take that twice. I like how it just tells me that mental break works well. Okay. I'm gonna haste the old man. the dad of the group. And mental break.
You shall fear magic.
And now I bring Lulu back in and punish him. You know what? No. How about Kimari? Kimari's a lot stronger now. Not bad. That was awful. This is the reason why I like to give someone else on my party magic. When you're up against an enemy that has magic weaknesses, most of the way through the game, it's like, well, I just have Lulu. That's all I got. But now having 2 people with level 3 magic is really nice. Did Kimari do more damage than Lulu just did? Uh-oh. Oh, that's bad. It looks like Lulu has some competition. Although, to be fair, Kimari has a weapon that does plus 20% magic. Yeah. Well, come on. Auron, come on. Auron's much stronger and cooler than Titus is. Also, unfortunately for Titus, he doesn't have piercing on his weapon. Oh, don't know. Oh, come on. Stop, he's already dead. Ugh, and I don't want to waste Phoenix Downs. I forgot to buy more, so I don't have that many of them. Although, hey, Titus does things that Auron can't. Titus has time magic. He can also hit things and evade things. Auron can't really do that. I know I could easily run.
Let's end this.
I leveled up for like 2 hours before I started streaming. So I'm kind of just fighting like one of each new thing I come across, and then I'll just start running. Oh, good hit, Auron. And dodgy girl Lulu. If you're going to be a squishy mage, you better learn how to dodge. And Kimari's actually useful now. As long as the enemy doesn't have a resistance to fire. Because that's all I got. How's my MP looking for Yuna? Oh, that's not bad. No, I already fought you. Bye. And it was always funny that one of Titus's abilities was just run away. I guess that's... I don't know. Like, again, these characters in this game are kind of like dual classes of typical RPG classes, especially Final Fantasy games. And Titus is like a warrior time mage, but he also has the ability to run. 10,000 gil, not bad. I guess it's supposed to be his whole crybaby mentality when he was young. Also, there's the cheer ability. Oh, this is gonna hurt. These are better versions of what I fought in Bavelvi. This is gonna hurt. But I said I'd do it. Every different fight I come across, I'll do once. Okay, I'll just kill one in one hit then. Cool. Now, these guys, if I remember correctly, were weak to water. I think. They were in Bavel anyway. Man, it doesn't look like it. How about some fire? About the same. This is going to hurt a little bit. Oh. And that wasn't that bad. Kind of overestimated these guys. Let's go, Waka. I know you can't petrify him, but did he just kill that in one hit? Wow, those things have low HP. Good to know. I think I'm also somewhat near a save sphere. Look, as much as I appreciate this game's ability to just heal you from save points, I don't know. I'm not saying it makes the game easier. Well, it does. But... Oh, wow. I'll just snipe him. That works, too. But it also makes me kind of remember the days of the old RPGs that were just brutal. Where you couldn't, like Final Fantasy 1 on NES, you couldn't save it. You had to go to an inn or use a tent on the overworld. If you were in the middle of a dungeon and you died, like, oh well. Oh, bye Titus.
Farewell.
As far as streaming, I'm doing Final Fantasy X on Tuesdays and Fridays and Mass Effect on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Once I'm done with 10, I'm probably going to make Mass Effect just all my streams until I get through the series, and then I'll go back to Final Fantasy games. But while I'm doing all 4 days as Mass Effect, I might throw in like some random games in there somewhere, like some short games. Ooh. I have an idea for a Sunday stream. I haven't implemented it yet, because I haven't been streaming that long, so I wanted to stick with 4 days a week for now. But it was to play games I grew up with, and I grew up with a lot of Game Boy games because they were cheap, and I could bring them to school. My parents rather buy 3 Game Boy games than 1 console game.
See ya!
And those will be pretty quick. I'll play them for like a half an hour. If they're those typical Game Boy games that where every level's the same, you kind of learn what you're doing in a half an hour, I'll just go to the next one. I might finish some of them, though. Hey, look who it is.
No! Mother, no! I don't want you to become a fave!
There is no other way. Use me and defeat sin. Only then will the people accept you.
I don't care about them! I need you, Mother! No one else!
I don't have much time left.
Hey, wasn't that...
Seymour?
Dude, Seymour's a crazy person, but I kind of don't blame him for being crazy. The world was prejudiced against him because he was half Guado, half human, and his mother was dying and then like basically killed herself to become a summon. Like, I have played Link's Awakening. I'll be honest with you. Zelda was never my thing. I tried. I've played most of the Zelda games at least once. I think they're good games. It's just they're not really my thing. I have a friend who loves them. So I kind of like learn what the story is and like how the games work through him. I've only ever beat 2 Zelda games. Wind Waker, and strangely enough, Oracle of Ages because it was a Game Boy game, and again, because Game Boy games were cheaper and portable, that's what I mainly got growing up. I had a Sega Genesis, but I didn't have that many games for it.
Hey, Braska. You don't have to do this.
Thank you for your concern.
Fine, I said my piece.
Well, I haven't. Lord Braska, let us go back. I don't want to see you die.
You knew this was to happen, my friend.
Yes, but I cannot accept it.
Auron, I am honored that you care for me so. But I have come to kill grief itself. I will defeat sin and lift the veil of sorrow covering Spira. Please understand, Auron.
Auron was a lot like Titus, wasn't he? Actually, I made a list. I made a list of every... Let me see if I can remember this. I made a list of every Sega Master System, Sega Genesis, Game Boy, Game Gear, and N64 game, and some PlayStation games. I didn't get a PlayStation until later, so you could say I grew up on them, but I was already like 15 or 16, so... And I made a list of all of them, and I'm going to randomize it. I'm going to randomize a number, and then I'm going to look at the list and see what that number is. Now, there are a few games I'm leaving off the list for obvious reasons. I also played Pokemon a lot. But I'm kind of going for like shorter streams for these kind of games. And Pokemon is not what you would call short. Doesn't mean I'll never play a Pokemon game. It just means that specific type of stream, I won't be doing that. Any super long games I grew up playing, I'll play separately. Now, unfortunately, that means, you noticed, I didn't have a Nintendo or Super Nintendo growing up. So my first RPG was Pokemon Red on the Game Boy. Because the Sega systems didn't have the greatest category or catalog of RPGs. They had some.
Are the trials ahead?
Probably.
Here too, huh? Give me a break. I was expecting, parades and fireworks.
Of course you were.
You can ask for them after I defeat Sin.
See, at this point, Braska doesn't know the truth of how the summon works and how a guardian has to become him. Strangely enough, different people have told me that. Remember, you always sound different to yourself. And I'll be honest, I don't rewatch anything that I make because I find it super awkward. I don't think I'm alone in that. I mean, if you record something and listen to it, it can be a little awkward. Oh no, I remember this. Oh, the Tetris blocks. Is it gonna let me in? Well, this is interesting. Am I not remembering this correctly? I just stepped on that. Okay, I somehow missed that. Now, unlike most of the trials in the temples, this one's not bad. It's just very time-consuming. And trial and error-ish. You can kind of see what shapes they are. Like, you can see here. It's going to be kind of hard to tell on stream. Some blocks are different. They're, like, slightly yellow. So you can kind of tell the shape. But they kind of blend together, too. So, what's this one? Okay. This one should be the blue Tetris block. That's a square. Until you come back here to do the final thing, you don't want the squares. The squares are the bad ones. Okay, I think that one's a long one. I don't want another long one. I don't want that one. The issue here is the camera angle. Sometimes you accidentally step on them because you can't see them coming. And... oh, thank you for the follow. Now I can watch Udina get punched in the face. Doesn't get old. Oh, I don't know what the last... oh, I think it's this one up here. Nope, that's a square. That's a square, that's a square. I think it's this one. Yep. Yeah, unfortunately, again, this trial is a little time-consuming. I usually follow a guide for it. I usually put up a YouTube video just to make it go faster. Luckily, there are not 6 of them. If I remember correctly, the last 2 are kind of freebies, so there's still 4. Now, going back to what I stream, I'm doing Final Fantasy Tuesdays and Fridays. But again, once I'm done with 10, I'm going to move on to Mass Effect all 4 days just to get through the series faster. However, the order that I'm doing them in is a little different. Instead of doing them in chronological order, which you can't really do in Final Fantasy games, I'm doing my favorite, then my least favorite, then my second favorite, then my second least favorite, all the way to the middle. Because, you know, if I get to play my favorite, why not get my least favorite out of the way? And I do not remember where any of these things are. I don't want to really spoil what my least favorite Final Fantasy is, because, like, when I'm going to play it. But I can tell you, it's not 13. 13 is probably my second least favorite, but... uh-oh. Which one's the square here, and which one's the thing I need? Well, actually, I don't need either, so never mind. What am I missing? I have the 2 red things, the 2 blue things. I need the 2 green ones. Eh. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. Oh, I don't... Okay, I think this is one. No. Oh, boy. Well. This is why this is fun. I need to learn the place of the 2 green ones. Once I do that, I think I'm good. Okay, that's where that is. I think I see one of them. It was misleading. It tricked me. Yep. I thought that was a box. And then it was one of these 3 red ones. It's not. There's also more than one of these. So I need to find the green one. It's not those 2. I need to find the green one that goes horizontally. It's not that. It's not that, but I'll grab it anyway because I need it. I also need this one. Oh, look, it's right here. Yep. And I'm missing the blue that I already found. I need the blue one that's the corner one, bottom corner. So, not going to be any of those. This is where my bad short-term memory comes into play. I don't remember where it is. Oh, it's you. Yep. Okay, I kind of know where they all are now. It'll make it go faster now. This is why I can't play Zelda games. I'm bad with puzzles. Alright, what's next? Alright, the middle ones are the free ones. I need 2 of those. One of those, one of those, one of those. Okay. Alright. I need one of these. One of those. Well, wait. Yeah, one of those. Another one of those, which is at the bottom. Do I need you? No. Do I need you? No. Don't need a box. Need a long one. Probably should have figured out what this was first. Oh, I got it. And then I need this. I need to remember this is not a box and a thing. This is 2 separate things. And so is this one, I think. Yeah. I think. And now I need the 2 blue ones. I think this is one of them. So I need the other blue one that goes in the bottom left corner, but is longer on the right. Which I believe is this. Hey, look at that. First try. Damn, can I go back to Mass Effect puzzles that I was doing last stream? Where the ones that BioWare loves to use? The ones that if you ever played Island of Dr. Quandary on an old PC or Mac, I guess, in elementary school or middle school, those. Alright, I need all 4 of these. Which... Okay. And then... That is not one of them. That's the one that does the green thing that way. Don't need that one. Need that one. No. No long one. This was 2 separate ones. So I need the one here. And I think all I'm missing is the green one. Which is right here, maybe? Nope. Crap. They tricked me. I'll start with the green one. Well, I know where these are. They're on the way. I might as well hit them. Now, is this... I think that's the green one that goes the reverse, or it's something different. I can't tell. No. Maybe? Nope. Oh, I'm so bad now. Okay. I know that's not it. That's not it. Okay. Okay. Got it. I have one of each of those. I already have 2 bottom ones. Now I need 2 top ones. Which means this one. Now I just need both blues. Which is this one. And that last blue one. Which, of course, you know, is, this one. By the way, the upcoming boss fight that's in this thing might be one of my least favorite in the game. It's just so incredibly tedious. You have to move around for 2 turns just to get 1 hit in. Not one of my favorite fights in this game. Luckily, this is one of those moments where it's worth boosting everyone. Because, you know, if you're only going to get 1 hit in before he counters and resets stuff, it's best to pump everyone up with cheers and such to get that one hit to matter more. Wow, I need all of the red ones. All right, which means nope, no, nope. Nope. Yes. No. I have forgotten which one is which. Okay. I don't need that one. So I have 3 bottom ones. And 2 top ones. I need 1 more top one. And I also need this one again. Huh. I'm still missing one. That's a square. I'm missing one of these. If I can just find one of those, I'll be good. That's a square. That's a long one. That's a green one. That's a green one going down. That's a square. This one. Yep. Hooray! That wasn't so bad. And now I just take the spheres. I guess I have to take the other one first. Yep. Nice little effect. The room went dark, but the sphere is still like pulsating with glowing energy. And there's the freebie. And there's one more too. At least the game has some mercy on you. And when you start thinking like, oh, I gotta do this 6 times. Like, no, just 4. Interesting choices for the spheres, though. The Besaid and Kilika ones were the first two you ever do. Yet they're in the middle. Now I should probably save the game. Unless it's not going to let me. Oh, we get to hear the music of the spheres. Do-do. Please tell me I can save it before I go in there. Okay, good. Phew. And look at that. It's even nice enough to give you a save sphere. Right here. All right. Here we go. Also, of course, I'm going to get everyone to do one thing in combat to get me some experience, which tends to be my downfall, because I'll force someone in, and they get stuck in there. This is where Berserk Warder Proof would be very nice. Don't have it. Also, I believe in order to take off Berserk, I have to Dispel, I think. And Dispel will also take off Protect, and Shell, and Haste, so I have to be very careful with that. So the first thing I'm going to do is get Old Bones Arin a little faster. Okay. And this is where the fight gets very tedious and very long. You have to move everyone. You don't have to move everyone, but it helps. It also helps to have everyone hasted, because the more movements you have, the more you can get out of the way. The thing is, when he gets Berserk on someone, they'll attack all the time, which unfortunately means they'll trigger the counterattack more often. Like right now, I could attack, but he'll hit Titus. So rather than do that, I'm going to bring in Yuna and start getting some Protects up. Protect and Haste is what I want. Oh, and it's already begun. That also hurt quite a bit, which is why Protect is nice. Okay. Well, crap. I unfortunately cannot heal Titus before he goes and ruins everything. In that case... Since Riku might be the most useless person in my party, sorry Riku, I like you, but I'm at least going to make sure Titus can live this hit. Come on, let me... It's that awkward camera angle again where I can't tell if it's like up or down or left and right. And here it comes. Ouchies. Nope. Nope. Okay, it's left and right. And Yuna has to do this now. Now, I need to remember what gets rid of Berserk. Is it Asuna? Or is it Dispel? I have to pick right. Maybe it's not Dispel, maybe it is Asuna. I hope I'm right. I am right. And then immediately is going to Berserk him again. See, my mistake I made here was not getting haste on Yuna when I could. That's the mistake I made here. And I'm going to pay for it. Now, I seriously doubt... Yeah, I was going to say, there's no way this cures Berserk. Maybe I should waste a remedy here. Yeah, otherwise Titus is dead. And the cycle is just going to keep going. Okay. I'm going to haste myself so I get a second turn. I'm going to cure Titus. Although I would love to... Well, I'm going to cast Protect. Man, this camera angle is killing me. Now, the worst thing that could happen here is Yuna gets hit and goes Berserk. That is the worst thing that could happen. I will take anyone else Berserked other than Yuna. I need her alive to put Protect on everybody. Honestly, best case scenario, he would do it on Riku. I could get out. But with that Protect, I will live the Berserk Tail. And I'm going to cast Haste on Yuna. Now, again, this is risky. Putting Haste on everyone means if they become Berserk, it's gonna be bad. But if everyone has Haste on, it evens out. Oh, and Berserk didn't work. Perfect. I would like to put Protect on someone else more useful, which means instead of doing that, I am going to Cura and then get Riku out of there. So Riku's done. The next useless is probably Kimari, maybe. Although I think I've proven he does more damage now than Lulu does. So again, I need to get Haste on everyone. It'd be nice if I had someone else with Haste. I can't really do anything until I get everyone set up. Evasion, magic defense, luck. Nothing really that useful. Unfortunately, Titus has two of my useful things. He has Haste and he has Cure. Hey, you're just in time to watch me fight one of my least favorite bosses in the game. I don't know what to do. It's just the setup is so annoying. You can't hit him or else he counterattacks all three spots in front of him. It's just very annoying to deal with. And then he'll put Berserk on people, which means they'll attack and then he counterattacks. Alright, Protect on the Lulu. Good. I still can't attack yet, so I'm going to focus. This is one of the few fights where I like stacking this stuff, because again, if one hit... Uh-oh. No! That's like worst case scenario. I have to use a remedy then. I have to. I don't have a choice. I kind of want to save my remedies, but I don't have a choice. I only have 11 remedies. That's bad. But Yuna's the one person I can't afford to be berserked, since she can actually cure it. I might actually get some damage in this turn. Also, I wonder if Bio works. I feel like that'd be broken. Hey look, I can actually hit him now. But not with Titus. Hey, Auron. Ah, he's immune. Well, poopy. Although luckily when you hit him, he doesn't move. So you can just keep wailing on him if you get the right setup going. Waka. Oh, I should switch his weapon. Having a weapon with the Petrify isn't going to help me. Oh, no. Auron goes next, and as soon as he hits him, which means Yuna, please save me. In this fight, it's actually better to have Yuna out of combat, so you can switch her in whenever you need her. Asuna. That's where that system of being able to swap out is really cool. If you use it right, having people outside the party is just as important, because you can switch it back in when you need them. That was weird looking. Never mind. Titus. This is just the slow process of the setup. I have to get haste on everyone important, and then I have to start stacking cheers so every hit does more damage. I'm not going to move, because if I move, he's just going to turn on direction. I'm going to stay here. Aiming is stupid. I will defend. I don't like you. Titus has 2 setup moves I have to do. But again, since Yuna's not in the party, I can easily switch her back in. That way she doesn't get hit by Berserk Tail. The strategies. I'm using my brain. Okay, I can't attack or else Yuna and Titus are going to be hurting. But Arn has nothing to do. So I'm going to switch him out. Going to... I don't know what I'm going to do. Sure? Wait, I meant to do the other one. Did that work? It doesn't matter because he doesn't use magic, but okay. And I'm going to get Yuna out of there because I know it's coming. And after all that, I can get one hit in. But do I want to? I think I want to start doing cheers now. You can stack 5 of them, and that means that when I hit them, it'll actually hurt more. And good, Berserk didn't work. Awesome. I'm going to put haste on Kimari. Kimari already did something, so he's getting out of there. Lulu can also double cast. Which means I can hit twice. Before I don't actually remember if magic makes him counter with his attack or not. It says when hit, so I'm assuming that's the case. Now I'm not going to move. Unfortunately, Waka has diddly what he can do. That's useful. Defend. Crap. Luckily, he went last. Yep, that means I get multiple turns. Which is why it's very dangerous when only like 1 or 2 of your people have haste on. If everyone has haste, it works out. Except for that one time Yuna got hit, I've gotten pretty lucky. Okay. Until Waka gets out of the way, I can't hit him. Which means I have nothing to do. Now, here's where the setup pays off. I have multiple hits on him now. And I think I have 1 focus stack on Lulu. Maybe even 2. So this should hurt quite a bit. Wait, where's my double cast? There's my double cast. I'm going to try Bio. I seriously doubt it's going to work. But I'm going to try it. Yeah, not surprising. That didn't do much. Armor break? This isn't going to work either, but no. This is one of the longest fights in this game. For just the reason of moving around and the animation of attacking every time. Get him, Waka. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Glyph Mine move. It sucks. One of them is in the spot that I'm safe. But the cool thing is he didn't move, so I can now just annihilate him with moves, and he can't really do anything about it. I just have to make sure I move Lulu off that glyph. I'll move her on my second turn, because she goes last. Perfect. Let's change it up a bit. How about some Thundaga and some Blizzaga? 1200, that's not great. Alright, well, looks like that's the threshold of damage there. Also, he only attacks once for double cast. That's good to know. Good to know. Now, I need to start putting cheers up. Or else this fight's going to take even longer. Good job, Auron. DPS, man. I believe that's 3 cheers on Titus and Auron. And actually, I don't have to move. The glyphs don't explode until you see that little thing in the right corner over there that shows the turns. I'm pretty sure the glyph appears in that. That means that she's safe for one more turn. See, once you get the proper setup going, fight's okay. It's just that initial setup. Yep, there it is. The boss number 1 thing that's usually like a minion of sorts. That's the glyph. Titus is still hurt. I might want to heal him. I'll just get him out. I'll take 3 cheers on Arn. You know, hip hip hooray. No. Okay, good. Whew. Although now I have to move everyone. I am... Defend. Good thing I moved. And there's no point in moving because he's just going to turn and attack me. So my best bet... it sucks that Waka has nothing to do. Neither does Arn, unfortunately. Oh, perfect. That is perfect. Commence with the beating. I'm kind of glad I gave her double cast. It cost a bit, but it's useful. And even though Kimahri does slightly more damage now, having her have double cast, sorry Kimahri, but you're still outshined by someone. Yeah, go ahead. Okay. Have fun with the paperwork. Oh, that's so bad. She's gonna, if they're gonna Brazil, okay, welp. Not great. And that's where things can just fall apart immediately. I need to get Yuna out. No, I forgot that. I completely forgot she was still berserked. My brain just went and just completely forgot she was still berserked. Well, first up. My judgment. No. No, it's fine. I can come back from this. Maybe. Of course, again, in this game, using items tends to gets you more movements. Because it takes less time, I guess. It's kind of like a charge time. That means that because I got Waka up with her, I can now cure him. And then I don't have to move Lulu yet, but I'm not going to attack with him either. Him. Oh. Not Yuna. Okay, good. Whew. No time for moving. I have to cure. I can go 3 times. I'm going to cure myself. That probably wasn't necessary. I'm going to move Auron to a safe place. Unfortunately, because of the mines, I can't really attack that easily right now. I'm going to heal Auron. Waka's going to do nothing again, like he always does. And then I'm going to cast Protect on anyone who doesn't have it. That would be both Arn and Waka. Okay, well, Waka has less HP. Arn's Protect is his meatiness. Alright, that's not good. Luckily, Arn's slow. So someone might get a turn in before he goes. Although if he does attack, well, never mind. Yuna's going to have to cure him. Okay. See, that fell apart a little bit. It happens. Alright, I'm not going to move because there's no point. I'm just going to High Potion myself. Better than nothing. And I'm going to get Yuna out so she doesn't get Berserk-tailed. Bring in Titus, and I'm also going to High Potion him. No, not Potion. High Potion. Hello, Potion. Don't work, don't work. No, okay. And because I defended, I think he might go next. Okay, good. Whew. I couldn't remember if defend gave better priority or not. Like an item. Well, I think I might have stabilized finally. Except once again, Arn can't do anything. So how about another High Potion? Once again, there's no point in moving because he's just... Well, if he does glyphs, he won't move at all. So... I'm really hoping he puts down glyphs here. That way he doesn't move and we're all in position to attack. Although I could attack right now for free. Oh, wow. I've done more damage than I thought I did. Come on, glyphs. Nope. And I left Yuna in like an idiot. Yep. Instead of moving her, I should have got her out. And moved somebody else. Okay. I don't have a choice but to use Remedy again. I'm not happy about having to use these, but... Yuna, run. Does anyone need haste? Don't think so. So now Arn and Titus both have 4 stacks of cheer, and Waka has 1 or 2. And High Potion on Waka. Come on, glyphs. Give me a free turn. Nope. But it didn't work. I don't even have to move Titus, which means it's kind of a wasted turn, which means I'm going to go back to Yuna and heal her. Yeah. And then Waka Boy, and now I just get a bunch of free hits again. And if he does Glyph Mine, which he hasn't done in a while, then I'll get even more free hits. Alright guys, let him have it. Nice. I mean, only a few more Arn hits and he's done. I think 1 Arn crit might finish him. If he does Glyph Mine here, he's dead. There it is. Okay, unless the mine goes off immediately when he's low health. Good to know. Oh, do I get Titus up so he gets experience? Or do I just finish him off right now? I think 1 more attack might kill him, but I can't tell because Titus is the one that had Sensor. I'm going to get him up. He doesn't have haste anymore. He also doesn't have Protect. Okay, good. Whew. It worked out. He has got to be super low. Auron might be able to do that. But I'm not going to chance it because I get to go twice anyway. And that should do it. And everyone else did a move. Kimahri did 1 thing, barely. In fact, just to ensure that, because everyone else, yeah, just in case it didn't count, I'm going to bring in Kimahri and do some Firaga, and then kill him off with Arn. And look at that. Fight complete, I think. I had a lot of problems with this boss fight the first time. Because I was so underleveled. I just couldn't do enough damage. That's when you do the summon thing, though. I didn't summon once in that fight. Thing is, when you summon, it puts the summon on a single platform, and when you put a glyph mine down, you can't move. So your time is limited. Oh, excuse me, with an Aeon. Perfect. Timing's working out pretty well too. Well, this is it.
We're here.
The Hall of the Final Summoning.
Go.
Yes.
And one of my favorite scenes is coming up, too. Where Auron kind of reveals the plan that he had in a way. Ooh, level 1 sphere.
Huh? What do you mean, no final Aeon?
Sir Auron! Everyone!
Yep, we go as a group. You just hear Jack's voice. I love Jack's voice. How gravelly it is. Very fitting for his tough personality.
This isn't a faith. It's just an empty statue.
That statue lost its power as a faith long ago. It is Lord Zaon, the first faith of the final summoning. What you see before you is all that remains of him. Lord Zaon is... his soul is gone.
Gone?
You mean there is no final Aeon?
But fear not. Lady Yunalesca will show you the path. The final Aeon will be yours. The Summoner and the final Aeon will join powers. Go to her now. Inside, the lady awaits.
Thank you, zombie man. Even looks like a zombie.
Yuna, wait! Auron, you knew this was gonna happen, didn't you?
Yes.
Why didn't you tell us?
If I had told you the truth, would that really have stopped you from coming?
Yuna.
I'm not going back.
Kimahri knows. Kimahri goes first. Yuna is safe. Kimahri protect.
You know, it's Arn being Arn again. For some reason, he decided not to tell them. And I'm going to go save it. Save always. Save all the time. There's no downside to it. This isn't one of those few games that has limited save files or like you only can save so many times.
Someone's coming!
Lady Yunalesca.
Welcome to Zanarkand.
Another dead person.
I congratulate you, Summoner. You have completed your pilgrimage. I will now bestow you with that which you seek. The final summoning will be yours. Now, choose. You must choose the one whom I will change to become the faith of the final summoning. There must be a bond between Chosen and Summoner, for that is what the final summoning embodies. The bond between husband and wife, mother and child, or between friends. If that bond is strong enough, its light will conquer sin. 1,000 years ago, I chose my husband Zeon as my faith. Our bond was true, and I obtained the final Aeon. There is nothing to fear. You will soon be freed of worry and pain. For once you call forth the final Aeon, your life will end. Death is the ultimate and final liberation.
Something a little bit like Seymour, huh?
Your father, Braska, chose this path.
It is not too late. Let us turn back.
If I turn back, who will defeat Sin? Would you have some other summoner and his guardians go through this?
But, my lord, there must be another way.
This is the only way we got now. Fine. Make me the faith. I've been doing some thinking. My dream is back in the other Zanarkand. I wanted to make that runt into a star Blitz player. Show him the view from the top, you know. But now I know there's no way home for me. I'm never gonna see him again. My dream's never gonna come true. So make me the faith. I'll fight Sin with you, Braska. Then maybe my life will have meaning, you know?
Don't do this, Jecht. If you live, there may be another way. We'll think of something, I know.
Believe me, I thought this through. Besides, I ain't getting any younger, so I might as well make myself useful.
Jecht?
What? You're not gonna try to stop me too?
Sorry. I mean, thank you.
Braska still has to fight Sin, Orin. Guard him well. Make sure he gets there. Well, let's go.
Lord Braska, Jecht.
What do you want now?
Sin always comes back. It comes back after the calm, every time. The cycle will continue and your deaths will mean nothing.
But there's always a chance it won't come back this time. It's worth trying.
I understand what you're saying, Orin. I'll find a way to break the cycle.
You have a plan?
Jecht?
Trust me, I'll think of something.
Yeah, young Arn is a lot like Titus. As you can tell, Arn hates his old self. He probably finds him weak.
And the cycle went on.
We'll break it.
But how? What, you got a plan now?
If one of us has to become a faith, I volunteer.
Me too, Yuna.
That still won't change anything, you know? You'd bring the calm, and then what? That won't break the cycle!
Listen. You want to defeat Sin and keep Yuna alive. You don't want Sin to come back, yeah? That is just not gonna happen, brother, you know?
If you want everything, you'll end up with nothing.
But I want everything!
Now you're being childish.
I give up. So what would an adult do then? They know they can just throw away a summoner, then they can do whatever they like. You're right. I might not even have a chance. But no way am I gonna just stand here and let Yuna go. And what Orin said about there being a way, I think it's true.
You'll think of something?
Yes, I'll go ask Yuna Leska. She's got to know something.
You really think she'll help you?
I don't know. but I have to try. This is my story. It'll go the way I want it, or I'll end it here.
Wait. You say it's your story, but it's my story too, you know? It would be so easy to let my fate just carry me away, following this same path my whole life through. But I know I can't. What I do with no regrets.
All right. So history repeating itself a little bit. You know, you got like young Arn and Titus who wants to change things. Jecht maybe had a plan on how to beat him. So we're going to go talk to Unaleska. She's been around for a while. This is kind of like the Farplane scene. In, like, out of nowhere, you're kind of just floating in space.
Have you chosen the one to become your faith? Who will it be?
Might I ask something first? Will sin come back even should I use the final summoning to defeat it?
Sin is eternal. Every Aeon that defeats it becomes sin in its place. And thus is sin reborn.
So that's why Jecht became Sin.
Sin is an inevitable part of Spira's destiny. It is never-ending.
Never-ending? But if we atone for our crimes, sin will stop coming back, yeah? Someday it'll be gone, yeah?
Will humanity ever attain such purity?
That's a big no.
This cannot be. The teachings state that we can exercise sin with complete atonement. It's been our only hope all these years.
Hope is comforting. It allows us to accept fate, however tragic it might be.
No! Where is the sense in all this? Braska believed in Yevon's teachings and died for them. Jecht believed in Braska and gave his life for him.
They chose to die because they had hope.
Not the smartest move, Arn. Oh. And that's how he got injured.
Yevon's teachings and the final summoning give the people of Spira hope. Without hope, they would drown in their sorrow. Now choose. Who will be your faith? Who will be the one to renew Spira's hope?
Hey, Silver.
No one. I would have gladly died. I live for the people of Spira, and would have gladly died for them, but no more. The final summoning is a false tradition that should be thrown away.
No, it is our only hope. Your father sacrificed himself to give that hope to the people, so they would forget sorrow.
Wrong. My father wanted to make Spiro's sorrow go away, not just cover it up with lies.
Sorrow cannot be abolished. It is meaningless to try.
My father, I loved him. So I will live with my sorrow. I will live my own life. I will defeat sorrow in his place. I will stand my ground and be strong. I don't know when it will be, but someday I will conquer it. And I will do it without false hope.
Poor creature. you would throw away hope. Well, I will free you before you can drown in your sorrow. It is better for you to die in hope than to live in despair.
You all right, female Seymour?
Let me be your liberator.
Now! This is it! Now is the time to choose. Die and be free of pain, or live and fight your sorrow. Now is the time to shape your stories. Your fate is in your hands.
Yuna needs Kimahri. Kimahri protect Yuna.
Well, I'm fighting.
I can't believe we're gonna fight Lady Yunalesca. Give me a break.
Yeah.
You can always run.
Ha! I'd never forgive myself. No way. Not if I ran away now. Even in death, yeah?
My thoughts exactly.
Yuna! This is our story. Now let's see this thing through together.
And man, things have escalated. I mean, it went from attacking, well, Seymour attacked us, killed him, all that stuff against the temple. We found out Micah's a jerk and dead. And now we're fighting Yunalesca, who was basically the first summoner who defeated Sin the first time. And I love that moment with Auron. Auron has known this the entire game. He has known all of this. But he wanted them to find out on their own. He didn't want to tell them. He wanted them to make the decision for them. Well, for themselves. Now, oh, this is going to be a fun fight. Because this fight involves zombieing. And I have 19 holy waters. Probably should have bought more. Okay. Another thing in this fight is that little dinky move that she has that only hurt for 200 damage. It has Dispel effect. So setting up stuff really doesn't help that much. So, best thing to do is just wail on her. And then, of course, there's this. She counters. If I use magic, she counters with silence. If I attack, she counters with blind. But the thing is, I can't stack cheer or magic stuff like focus because that little hit takes it off. This is just a really long fight of countering status effects and attacking. I don't think she always counters. Which means I need to I need to haste, even if it's just temporary. It'll help. And once again, I want everyone to do something to get XP. So Kimahri is going to Firaga once. Most likely get silenced. There it is. Oh, that hurts. That's a nice chunk of health. Now, will any of these work? Probably not, but I'm going to try them anyway. And it completely missed. Didn't even say that it didn't work. I want to get Kimahri out and Titus in. I'm going to cast Haste on... I don't know who I'm going to cast Haste on, actually. I'm going to think. It's temporary, because that would have taken off Haste right there. Albed potions are pretty nice in this fight, too. They take off Blind and Silence. Okay, so you're done for the fight. I'm going to cast Haste on Auron, just so I can attack more. That did a decent amount. And then Yuna. I'm also going to cast Haste on Yuna, so I can Asuna more, to keep up with Auron. And this is going to be the fight. The first part, anyway. It's just me attacking with Auron and taking off Blind. And sometimes I will swap in Riku, because she can heal him for 1,000 and take off Blind. Like, right now, I think I will. Although you don't have anything to do then. Yeah, I'm going to take off the blind, and then next time she gets to go, I will, cure Arin. Don't you do it, don't you? Aw. And now his haste is gone. Still though, 4,000 damage a hit, she's not going to last too long in this form. And luckily I still have the haste, which means I can take that off and cure. Would you stop? I think she technically... I think it looks like Absorb does more damage based on max HP, I think. Which kind of makes sense. That means that... We'll do this again. I think she always attacks the person with the most HP. Or at least the highest max HP, I think. Because when I watch someone else stream, I'm pretty sure Arin kept getting absorbed constantly. So... I'm going to throw out a nice Kiraga. The later parts of this fight, you want people at high HP. Yeah, it's unfortunate when someone starts with that. It's like, hey, how do you feel about Zelda? Or you ever played this? And it's like, yeah. Then I have to explain the thing I always have to explain when it's like, Zelda's not my thing. I think they're good games. They're interesting. I enjoyed reading the lore. I bought that book that has all the lore and the backstory and like the multiple timelines. I'm interested in that. Of course, the reason why I never played Breath of the Wild is because I'm afraid I would just be sucked into it like everyone else is. No, it's still shrink-wrapped. I still have Breath of the Wild shrink-wrapped on my shelf. I have been in a I want to play Skyrim mood. Maybe I should play that instead. And then I just won't ever play another game again for like the next 6 months. Lulu hasn't done anything yet. Now, I seriously doubt I can bio this person. Wait, what did I just say? Vulnerable to holy magic. Don't have it. Oh, don't boo me. It's possible to not like a game yourself, but still think it's a good game. I didn't say Zelda sucks. I think they're good. It's just not my thing. It's like a good racing game. Or shooters in a lot of ways. Not really my thing anymore either. Or sports games. Alright, I need her to do something. You know what? I'll bring her in later to do something. Titus is mainly just going to be casting haste on Arin this entire fight. Every time it gets taken off, I put it back on. No point in really doing this, but I'm going to do it anyway. As long as unit doesn't get hit by the little thingy. Alright, I do not want to kill her until everyone's at decent HP. Which is pretty easy when you... Yeah, Yuna's fast. Look at how many... I get to go twice in a row. And now for the curing. And now I'm going to attack with Arin and finish off this part of the fight, I think. Yep. Do it, Arin. Yeah, unfortunately, I used to play Madden all the time. I loved going over to my friend's house and playing Madden. We played like the 2-player co-op, where I was the running back and he was the quarterback and we'd swap off. But now they're just meh. Oh, and here's the mechanic of this game, of this fight. Everyone's zombied. Now, I think she doesn't do her insta-kill move until the 3rd wave. Which means I don't have to leave someone zombied on purpose. For now. Basically, it's Mega Death. She instantly kills anyone who's not zombied. Now, there are a couple things you can do here. Sometimes it's better to do this. I purposely get someone out of the party with zombies so I can swap them back in if I have to. Just in case. Also, the question is, do you want to leave one person zombied or 2? I tend to leave 2. But if one of them gets low health, I will cure them, heal them, and then only have one, or swap in the other one. This is where I'm going to use Lulu. I'm gonna start doing some magic stuff. Double cast fire. Fire's my go-to. You know what I mean? Like when someone doesn't have a magic weakness, I feel like fire's the way to go. You know, just burn it all. Not great. Lulu's a little weak. I think I've gotten to the point where Lulu's kind of falling behind a bit. Now, need to remember, I'm zombied. I'm still going to put Protect on, even though it'll be taken off probably. I know it just says Reaper of Souls. This is supposed to be a holy figure in Yevon. But look at her. Typical. This is the reason why I like Tales of Symphonia. I like Tales of Symphonia because it has a similar story in a sense to this. So I kind of like it. I remember when Tales of Symphonia came out, I'd never played a Tales game before. So, and I was pleasantly surprised. Then I played Tales of Legendia on the PS2, and I hated it. Then I played the sequel to Tales of Symphonia, and also didn't really like it. I'm not sure what to do with Yuna. You know what? We'll do this. As long as I have someone out of the party with zombie, I'm fine. Uh-oh. Oh, look at that. I love that when there's 3 targets, she'll use it randomly. So she just put Regin on the one person that doesn't have zombie. Good job, Yunalesca. Now, this is the funny part. Kimahri actually does more damage with magic now than Lulu does. Yep, barely. And he doesn't have double cast. What to do. Well, there goes whatever I had. Okay, well that matters. I feel like the way that Tales games work got old quickly. I still like Tales of Symphonia, but luckily Regin sucks in this game. Yeah, it's not great. I kind of want to take the Regin off, so I'm going to do this. Uh-oh. Yunalesca once again proving she is a master tactician. Okay. All 3 have zombie. I have played Tales of Symphonia 1 and 2. I do not like the second one. I feel like the second one has the same problem I was describing last time with sequels. It's like they made a list of NPCs and characters and threw them in. Oh, thanks for the host music. Assuming direct control. But whenever you run into the characters from the first game and the second one, it just feels like they're just shoehorned in, and I hate it. I lost my train of thought. Dispel. Okay. No more constant hurting for me. That was a crit. But, oh, my haste is gone now. Once again, I do not want to have everyone have zombie. It's probably not. The gameplay was stale. The characters were one-dimensional. I hated the new characters, by the way. The story was just meh. The game was actually going to end in like a really like dark way, and then it kind of like after the credits, it was like, nope, kidding, happy ending. I also play again. I played Legendia on PS2. That game was bad. That was bad. I need someone who doesn't have zombie. I played Tales of the Abyss. Everyone seems to love Tales of the Abyss. I thought it was okay. The 3D movement in the combat system was really nice. It reminded me of Star Ocean. Another game that I really want to like but can't. It's just Last Hope is okay. The newer one was okay. I love sci-fi RPGs, but it seems like whenever they come out, they're not great. I know some of the older ones are considered pretty good, like Phantasy Star. I think it was Phantasy Star 2 and 3 I read that are really good. I kind of want to try them out. Alright. Your HP is pretty low. Yeah, just go for it. Lulu? Please, Lulu? No. Aw. Nope, back to Yuna. The only person with the spell. The thing is, there are so many RPGs I want to play, but you can't play them all. That's the downside. It's like RPGs give you so much time, and a lot of the time it's pretty good content. There's some filler. Even the best RPGs that I love have filler. But unfortunately, you just can't play them all. I mean, if we're talking about bad dungeon design in Final Fantasy games, there's no way we can't mention Final Fantasy II, is there? Final Fantasy II is... the dungeon design is awful. Which is a shame. 2 had some interesting ideas, like the keyword system. But... yeah, there was that argument that Final Fantasy was supposed to be like anti-religion. Debatable. But yeah, you're right. In any kind of story, there's a religious group. They're usually the bad guys, aren't they? Or at least neutral. They're just kind of there. Like Tales of Symphonia. I am rambling and not doing anything. Steal. Why not? Okay. What am I gonna do here? I can't really do much right now. I give 2 respect for trying to make a story with actual characters. Not like 1 where they're very generic, but actual characters with names and backstories and, well, quote-unquote personality. 1 second. Oh, cool. I had to go answer the door for 30 seconds and I'm almost dead. Well, this is fun. That was bad timing. I should have made sure that someone else had zombie. Whoopsie. I can come back from this. It's not that bad. Maybe. Luckily, her regular attacks aren't that good. Now, this sucks because I couldn't heal Riku up more before she got zombied. That's okay. Okay. Kamari is non-zombied. Arn's still zombied, and he has Regin on him. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is take off that Regan. Yeah, dispel. Okay. Well, bye, Kamari. You were up for like 1... oh. Okay, that's not good. Except Kimari sucks, so him being confused actually isn't that bad. Here's the downside here. I want to kill Auron so I can get him back at higher health. This is the gimmick of this fight. Not only do you have to make sure someone's zombie so you don't instantly die, but also you have to like eventually let them die or kill them yourself to get them back at full health. Yeah, but the design in 2 where you have like the idea where it's so lazy. You have like the multiple doors to go through that lead into big rooms. I hate that design. At least spread them out a little bit. And when you look up a list of like the best version of each Final Fantasy to play, 2 is always the PSP version because it's the least like the original. I love that is the reason behind it. Like, best version of 2 to play is this one because it's the least like the original. I like playing Final Fantasy Origins for 1 because it's most like the original. It's just not broken. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to kill Auron. And then I'm going to bring him back. And hope that she isn't going to do the fun move on me. Okay, well, he's a little more healthy than he was. This is how this fight goes. Everyone's going to be low health. Okay. I'm going to get as much damage as I can as quickly as I can. Because this is a losing fight with people being low on HP. And unfortunately, Yuna can't do anything. If Yuna had Holy, that'd be one thing. This is like the one fight I like to have Holy, but it was kind of locked. It was locked behind a lot of stuff. Fire, burn the zombie. And again, the original Final Fantasy III. I like it better than 2 for multiple reasons. But it does kind of go back to that generic party, doesn't it? Again, I have to give 2 credit for actually trying to make a story and characters. Yay! No one died. But I need to start getting people healthy that are zombied. Okay, now Yuna has something to do. Give me a nice big Cura. There. That way when he gets hell-bitten, he'll have more health. Hopefully she does that first. Otherwise, that was a waste. There goes my haste. Auron? Oh. Yeah, and because internet wasn't so prevalent around that time, it was hard to know the difference. Like, is this really 3? It was confusing for a while. Apparently the reason we didn't get 2 and 3 is because the Super Nintendo came out and they wanted to push Super Nintendo games. So they came out with 4 and just called it 2 because we get confused, which just caused even more confusion later. I'm not doing great in this fight. Okay, Yuna gets to go twice. I'm tempted to kill Titus and heal him, but if she does the Mega Death, I lose 2 people. So I can't do it. So I'm going to bank on the fact that Auron gets zombied and heal him a little bit more. And the fact that Auron does 4,000 a hit, I mean, isn't bad. Oh yeah, I probably should have done that. I could have at least taken the stuff off of him. Sorry, Titus. Oh, don't do it again. This is just a battle of attrition. God, everyone's low. No, I can't risk it. I need someone who's zombied. Titus it is. Remember, the Hellbiter does damage. I gotta be careful here. I'm gonna haste Auron. Titus, your one job this fight. Haste Auron. And I am running low on MP. Please, Hellbiter. Instead of the death move. Auron's my only healthy person. Okay, this is a very dangerous move. Titus is confused. That is fine, because I get to go with Yuna. Unfortunately, Titus is going to die from Hellbiter. I need to get him out of there. Once I have more turns, I'm going to kill Titus and bring him back. You know, I could do the cheap thing and just summon. Yeah, I'll tell you what, if the fight goes super bad, I will do that. Titus, you are way too low. And Riku has nothing to do. Luck. I just need your HP. There it is. Hopefully Yuna lives this. Actually, it might have been better if she died from it. I am going to kill Yuna with a high potion. That gives me higher priority for my movement. Then I'm going to use a Phoenix Down and bring her back. Even if he hell bites immediately, she'll be at higher HP. I really want to attack, but I should probably cure. Welp, bye Yuna. I did that for nothing. God, this fight can be brutal. But you know what? She comes back with the same HP. It only took one turn. Auron's zombied, but he's healthy. Okay. Riku. Oh, this is... She most likely won't Hellbite next turn. But I doubt she'll do the death thing either. God, look at how low everyone's health is. Oh, I'm kind of torn here. Just in case he Hellbites. Uh-oh. Not Auron, not Auron, not Auron. Oh. It's fine. I can get him back to full health. It was just kind of annoying. It's actually better that it killed him. If he had lived with like 100 HP, that would have been a bad situation. I guess Lulu? I need to start doing damage, but if she gets counterattacked, Hellbite might kill her. And she has Reginon. This is dangerous. I could Albed Potion, but it would kill my only zombie person. Well, leave her really low, and then Hellbiter would kill her, and the other two would die from Megadeth, so I can't do that. Yuna's gonna cure Auron. That was a waste. Oh well, I didn't notice how much she came back with. I'm gonna drop a Cura, because I'm running low on MP. Pretty good, pretty good. I have to leave Riku in, just in case he does the death move. Okay, good. Auron and Yuna are zombied, and they're at high HP. Cool. Now I'm going to bring in Titus and kill him off. Yeah, I'm going to kill him off with a high potion from himself. I'm going to bring him back with Yuna. You notice my offense is stalled a bit here, but that's because most of my teammates are like one hit from death. Oh, do I want to use a... Yeah, I kind of want to use an item. Alright, as long as no one gets badly confused and stuff, I should be okay. Only one person is confused, and luckily, once again, I can do this. Good. Best case scenario. Now, instead of attacking, I am going to heal. I know it's only 1,000 HP, but... Oh, cast it on Titus, please. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Naleska. You're my friend until I kill you. Oh, what a crit. Until I get zombified, I'm leaving that stuff on. And you'll notice I haven't summoned him in the last few boss fights, because again, I think it's kind of cheating. It's so easy to do. Just like summon 3 Aeons and use their overdrives, and oh, fight's over. That's my trump card, though. It's a nice backup. Well, just in case he zombies now, I could just dispel this. Nah. Bye, Titus. That's fine, though. One Phoenix down, I'll bring him back to at least 1,500-ish. Yep. I'm slowly whittling her down. And now I'm going to cure Titus, so that way when he gets zombified, he's at higher health. So cool, cool, cool. I would love to bring in someone else and do the same, but I don't want to chance it. Titus? Yeah. I'm at full health, but cool. Okay, well, I have never hit this once in this entire stream playthrough, so here we go. I don't know why I can't do it. For something to do with the PC version, I can't do it. Yuna, what do I have to do? I would switch her out, but as you can see, it wouldn't be a great idea. I'll cast a Protect. Why not? Oh, she's getting low. I just briefly saw that. What a fight. Auron attacks and everyone else just does stuff. Now I need to get the Regent off of him. I'm surprised how much damage Titus is doing with a regular hit. That leveling up really helped me before. I don't think I'm over leveled. I think I'm just like strong. Because again, when you level grind in this game, if you're gaining 1 level per fight, you need to do it. But once you get to the point where it's taking like 3 or 4 fights to level up 1 sphere move, that's about when you should stop, because it means like the fights will be a little challenging. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Huh. Do I have to use another one of my remedies that I really don't want to? Or do I risk Yuna not being oh man. Oy. I don't think I have a choice. Unfortunately, there's no item that takes off confusion. I could swap to someone else and try to hit her, but that tends to miss when you attack your own teammates. Oh man, if only Yuna hadn't been confused, I'm going to use it. I don't want to risk it. Now, I was going to say worst case scenario, Titus is going to attack her and kill her after I wasted a remedy. And you know what's funny? That would have taken off the confusion for free. But I wouldn't have known that. I didn't want to risk it. Now, if she does Hellbiter, Yuna's dead. Because she's so low. And there it is, Yuna's dead. That's fine. At least no one's confused anymore. Oh, everyone's so low on health. Oh, one more hit. One more hit and she's dead. In fact, I think Titus can kill her. Oh, it's going to be a roll. He's been doing about 1,700. Oh, no. No, I'm not going to risk it. Unless she does Mind Blast, I should be fine. Okay, good. Yuna's dead again. That's unfortunate, but I think I just won. And what a brutal animation for that. A Grim Reaper basically taking your soul out and then just crushing it. Welp. Yay, fight's over. Hooray, we killed Unaleska. Now the final summon can't even be done anymore. Yay! Talk about burning bridges. It's gone. Now we don't have a choice but to find another way. Bye.
Listen to my story. This may be our last chance.